Hello everybody to another transmission from the archives. My name is Teemah, the Master Archivist. And before we get started, if you like the video, feel free to give it a like and hit the sub button. And check out the archives Twitch for more Star Wars and sci-fi content. So we're back again for another Master Archivist double feature. Today we're going to go over what I found interesting in Mando episode 3 and Bad Batch episode 13. Let's begin. So to preface, I felt that last week was amazing, packed with both lore and action. Now this week did have a lot of cool offerings, but lore-wise and action-wise, didn't have too much to give. So I apologize for this being a short episode, but here's what I found. Like Andor, this episode of Mando I felt was more grounded in realism. Gave me more of a Blade Runner vibe, from the amnesty program testing being similar to that of the Blade Runner 2049 baseline test, and also Dr. Pershing's outfit too. But beyond that, that's really just my stretch to talk about Blade Runner in this episode. But the amnesty program is really the New Republic's way of turning former Imperial officers into members of the New Republic, saying that some people don't have a choice, basically in the way that some of them are taken forcefully into the Empire, while others, like we saw in Solo, uses joining the Empire as an opportunity to get away from their more horrible climates that they may have grown up on, or maybe their planet with lack of resources. But this amnesty program does give the New Republic's former enemies a new purpose in life. So we meet up with Dr. Pershing again, and he comes across Officer Kane, who we did see serve on Moff Gideon's ship. And basically this episode is used to build up their relationship, and Officer Kane also assists Pershing to continue his work by obtaining a standalone lab. And just as everything seems to go well, they do obtain the lab. Of course, we get a double cross. Officer Kane is working with the New Republic to weed out members of the amnesty program who are having trouble adjusting. And here we see Officer Kane also take immense pleasure in essentially torturing Dr. Pershing using the Mind Flayer, a tool that was once used by the Empire but now repurposed for the New Republic. And then touching base with Mando in this episode, we do see him bathe in the waters of Mandalore and be saved by Bo-Katan, which does make them both redeemed in the eyes of the Covert, and they are now walking the way once again. Probably much to the dismay of Paz Vizsla. He's always hating. So the episode really showed the evil side of the New Republic, which to me kind of echoes Mig Mayfield's idea of regardless who's in charge makes no difference, as we saw in Mando Season 2. And really, the New Republic in its own ways are, to a degree, as bad as the Empire. It's more of perspective, depending on which side you look at. So, on to the Bad Batch. I'm really sorry to say nothing happened in this episode. The Bad Batch have apparently cut ties with Sid, and we get a new planet named Pabu. And that does it for this episode of A Master Archives Analysis. Thank you for tuning in, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what your favorite part was. And until the next transmission, I'm Teemah, and may the Force be with you.